Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir is resurging in popularity now that the movie trailer has been released, getting lots and lots of people to read Project Hail Mary. So many people are loving it, but then hesitate about what to pick up next. It is so good that it can kind of put you in a book slump because the subsequent books you read just won't measure up. Hi, I'm Tiffany. Welcome to Towering TBR. While there isn't a book that's truly like Project Hail Mary, I have a few suggestions of what you should pick up next based on what you loved about the story. If you like a chosen one who can survive extraordinary circumstances with a funny, pun-like sense of humor, then I definitely think you should pick up Andy Weir's first book, The Martian. Mark Watney is on Mars and is left behind after his crew evacuate during a storm. He has nearly no chance for survival and must communicate not only that he needs rescue, but also he has to survive until rescue is able to come and get him. I think the character of Mark Watney and Ryland Grace from Project Hail Mary are very similar, and I think if you liked Project Hail Mary, you will like The Martian. If you like First Contact with Aliens, and you especially like the audiobook for Project Hail Mary, then I suggest you pick up the Bobaverse series written by Dennis E. Taylor. Ray Porter narrates both Project Hail Mary and all of the Bobaverse books, and he is just exquisite. He is so good, and I would definitely say that this is the closest read-alike to all of my suggestions. So the Bobaverse starts with "We are Legion, we are Bob." Bob makes a lot of money and decides to use it to cryogenically freeze himself. He is awakened during some really contentious circumstances, and he must get out there, replicate, and explore in the hopes that they can save humanity. Along the way, they find many sentient beings, and I just absolutely love this series. It also has a very nerdy humor, which I feel is similar to Project Hail Mary's sense of humor. And there are 5 books in the series. They're so good. I love them so much. If what you like is kind of an end of the world circumstance with a limited perspective, I would definitely recommend Adrian Tchaikovsky's Service Model. We follow a robot valet called Uncharles. He has killed his human and is on the search to find a new human to work for and also to find out what is going on. There is a strong element of humor in this one as well, but it's more a scathing satire rather than punny dad humor. This was my first Adrian Tchaikovsky, but it won't be my last. He is an excellent writer. If what you liked about Project Hail Mary was that an alien was threatening to wipe out humanity and our protagonist is an unlikely hero, then I recommend you pick up the Expanse series written by James S.A. Corey. It starts with the first book, Leviathan Wakes, and we follow 2 main perspectives, Miller and Holden. Miller is a grizzled detective who is on the search for a missing girl, and Holden is an ice hauler who stumbles across a huge secret, and he just can't keep it to himself. He blurts it out, and that causes all sorts of things to happen. These characters are so well-rounded, so fully realized. I absolutely love this series. And if you love it too, there are 9 full books, as well as short stories and novellas, so there's plenty to read. If what you liked about Project Hail Mary was the human-alien besties, then I recommend The Stardust Grail by Yumi Kitase. I will say the writing style is quite different than Project Hail Mary, but we follow Maya and her alien bestie, Uncle, as they are sent on a space heist to try and recover a magical artifact. But once Maya learns more, she has a very difficult decision to make. The tagline is, "Save one world, doom your own." Absolutely so good. Lastly, if what you liked about Project Hail Mary was the complexity of trying to speak to another sentient, then I recommend The Mountain in the Sea by Ray Naylor. Both Project Hail Mary and The Mountain in the Sea are both considered sci-fi thrillers communicating with a sentient life. However, this sentient life is actually on Earth, and it is octopus. Tonally, it's much different, and there are multiple perspectives. However, I really liked looking at the complexities of language and how human-centered our language really is. and how that can be an obstacle in communicating with non-human sentient life. Language is just so complex, and it really gave me a lot to think about. So while none of these are truly read-alikes, I do hope you find something in my list that interests you. They all offer components of things I loved in Project Hail Mary. If all else fails, reread Project Hail Mary. It is excellent on a reread, and I would highly recommend the audiobook. If you have any books you would recommend, definitely leave them in the comments down below. Only 230 more days until Project Hail Mary, the movie, comes out. Is anybody else counting down? Thank you so much for joining me. Happy reading.